Hello, my name is Tyler Phelps, and this is my CSS design. Uh, for me, the main thing around my design was finding the right color theory. I really, for me, what personally came out the best was, just the color of the document and how, this light green, contrasts with this kind of purple color, and also how, progressively the background colors change, so there's some, direct contrast with the paragraphs themselves. For me, it was mainly one of the sites. Let's see. This was my main inspiration for the CSS available designs. This one was. I really got inspired by this. I really liked how it dealt with transparency here, and that was the main idea. Even though this was a better application of it, it still sparked my creativity for it. For me, it was really hard doing the color theory. I'm not that creative when it comes to colors. Like, for me, it's kind of hard to see the connection between them. So, finding the colors was a lot of it. I didn't have a great base idea for what I wanted to do. So it was a lot of just trying to see what ended up working well and sticking with that. If I could change anything, there's a couple of things I would change. With this actual document, I would change the already seen pages because this has not enough contrast with this. So it's kind of hard to see from a distance, even with this also. I also didn't realize how big of a scope you could go with this. If I would have known, I would have allowed myself more time for it and been a bit more creative with it. I didn't know that much about using images in CSS, and that was another thing that I had a lot of difficulties with was finding a way to use the images without it just getting pushed around or just not being seen at all. I do think this looks nice. It's a bit it is simplistic definitely, but it works. And I think the it separates the colors well enough. It divides the paragraphs well enough. I wish I would have used a bit more with boxes and margins to separate and maybe layer the pages a bit better. Like use some of this empty space at the bottom of the document that's only used for here. Maybe center this. Yeah, I think my main takeaway would be just having a bigger scope for the entire document and using background images more. I think that's the most interesting thing you could do with CSS is use background images for the most part, and it wasn't something I properly utilized in this. For my actual CSS, this is a CSS for my document. This is a custom Google font. Um, Header's double bordered and has the rounded corners. Hmm. Huh. I just noticed something by accident. This kind of pink and green has kind of a visual like trickery to it. Like if you stare at it and like are moving around, it looks like it's going up and down. But anyway, for the actual CSS, I really like what was done here was just changing the alpha so that way it's getting more clear as it gets towards the middle. Um, I do like how this image eventually came out, even though it became difficult. Definitely will have changed this color. This color is way too dark. Or just needs to be in a completely different area of the entire circle to begin with. I don't think I have too much more else to discuss. Main takeaways were just, yeah, pretty much everything discussed. I can't think of any more I would think about doing for it. I was really impressed with yeah, even though this is a simplistic design, I think it came out well. I am looking forward to what I'll do for that project. My name is Tyler Phelps, and this is my CSS garden.